Hello, and welcome back to the madness. It is Monday. Okay, so I had an okay Stitchy week. This weather needs to figure itself out because I am sick of these migraines. It's like we do a 70, 80 degree day, and then it goes back down to 50, and it's like my allergies are going crazy, and I just can't handle it anymore. John's gotta do my breaks. This is ridiculous. So, Friday, I gotta finish. Yay! So I did something like 1,000. Just a little over 100. 1,000, so 1,100. On I Swear Black and White. I UFO'd I Swear Yellow because why do I need two of them? I don't need two of them. So I picked the one that I liked better. Which, oh my God, it turned out so good. I am so glad I picked this one. And then after that, I picked up Turtle Quaker because this month is Quaker month. So my goal is to finish Turtle Quaker in the month of the Quaker. So I did, I want to say it was like 330 some stitches on that. And then Saturday I had a wedding to do. So, I mean, it was easy. It was just a drop off. But it was at a beach. And, well, not a, yeah, it's Metro Park Beach. But I didn't have to, go in the sand. It was, in the day sale area. Anyways, no one was there. So me and Becca sat there for almost 2 hours. No. An hour and 45 minutes. Well, almost 2 hours, yeah. So what did I do in the morning? Well, I just chilled. That's right, I just chilled because my head was pounding. I was chilled in my room. Went and did that, and then came back and just chilled in my room again. I think me and John went to bed at 10:30. My head was pounding. There was no way I was cross-stitching. I came out to cross-stitch because I wanted to put at least some stitches in Turtle Quaker. I turned on the lamp, pulled it in front of me. I'm like, nope, I can't do this. And I'm not going to risk frogging just because I wanted to get a couple of stitches in. It's better just not to do anything. Which I should have. I got to keep remembering when I don't feel like stitching or I don't feel confident stitching. I should put it that way. I need to bobbinate floss. I have so much floss I have to bobbinate to get my boxes back to full. So yesterday morning, something is rattling back there and it's driving me up a wall. It keeps distracting me if you can't tell. So yesterday morning, 7:10, boop, my eyes were wide awake. Didn't have a headache. I got straight up, took a shower, I started cleaning the house like a mad woman. I think I did 6 loads of laundry yesterday. I scrubbed the bathroom. Did the kitchen. Did my room. I did half of the living room. Yeah, I feel like I did something else, but then I don't think so. And I put in, what was it, like 600 stitches into Party Like It's 1776. So I almost have all of the red in for the flag. I have 2 more flag panels, but I have to move the hoop to do that, and so I really want to put some more stitches in it tonight. Well, you know what? That could become a car project, because all I have in the flag is to do the white. And I can just sit here and stitch at work the white because it's already boxed in for me. Ooh, I gotta turn that heat down. So yeah, that'd be good. I want that one finished. Okay, so this is May, right? So next June 4th, I'm working on it until it's finished. Because I would actually like to have something for, you know what, it's gonna become my Tiny Thursday to get it finished. That's what we're gonna do. I would actually like to have some cross-stitch pieces of 4th of July, or patriotic, for 4th of July, whatever. Yeah, so that's the goal, is to get Turtle Quaker done and have the Party Like It's 1776 done. I'm kind of debating. I think so the people at the bottom are like George Washington, and then I think it's the presidents and their wives, I think is how it goes, or people in history and their wives. Okay, I cannot go 35 in a 40. My brain is like, move. Okay, so I think what I'll do when I finish it, then I'll put, because on the pattern it tells you who's there. I think I'll do that and put that on the back. I'll just cut it out. It's not like I'm going to use the pattern again. So, I think it's a very cute pattern. Oh, my ear is itching today. Yeah, so and all I've been doing is watching 2020. I'm all caught up. And then Dateline. I haven't even been feeling like reading a book because my headache is so bad I can't concentrate. That's why, like, when I had the headache last week, put on Harry Potter. So I had something to listen to keep, you know, my mind off of the headache. But I could zone out and it not matter because I know, you know, what happens. So, yeah. else to say. There is nothing really else to say. I gotta load and go. So, I will come back tomorrow and tell you what I did. Oh, we got not flowering, hanging baskets. Hello. It is Tuesday. I am freezing. It is 55 degrees out here. It's 7:52. I got earlies. We got a couple of earlies. John has to come with me too. But he's way up there. So didn't get much stitching done last night because I had to do the floss tube, and then I just didn't feel like I was stitching very fast last night. It was slow paced. So I got 300 stitches into the mill hill. I just wasn't feeling the mill hill last night. I kept pushing through, but I wanted to work on so many different things, but couldn't. So my plans today is cruise ship Tuesday. Now, I'm only promising 100 stitches. If I don't feel that one, I'm not stitching on it. I will move to something else. I feel like I gotta sneeze. I have the tickle, but nothing's happening. There's Johnny. Yeah, so what did we do? Oh my god, and the floss tube, oh my god, I was so scatterbrained, and me and John rewatched it, and because right when we got done with it, I'm like, that has to be the worst floss tube we've ever made, and John was like, yeah, it was bad. So then when we're rewatching it, we're laughing and stuff. I'm like, oh god, it's not as bad as we thought it was. He's like, yeah, we sure did redeem ourselves. Don't know how. I was like, right? So I thought that was funny. Yeah, this is a construction zone, stupid idiot. He was coming fast at my ass. And now he's on the side of me, and he's going to speed up and try to get over. Idiot. Yep, he just cut John off. I'm glad I'm not in that car. You know what? I'm getting over here because anyways, what was I gonna say? After we watched the floss tube, then we watched a little bit of OP Live, and then I told John, I said, I need to go lay down. I wanted to get my oh my gosh, Pokemon type chart on the stand and ready to go. I knew I wasn't going to put stitches in it last night, but I had to remove the hoop because I wasn't thinking when I moved the hoop. And I did put in stitches, but I didn't even count them. I had to finish putting in the white for fire. So I think it was probably like 36 stitches. I don't know. so then I got that all situated. When I got in the room, I started a new book, the part 2. I think this one is called Bound. So I read Clutch, and now it's Bound. And the series is called Forbidden Desire series. There's 2 authors. I can't remember their names. I'm really bad with author names, sorry. Yeah, so I was very excited. I got gifted the book. And you know who you are, and I appreciate it so much. Don't want to put their business out there, so you know. Yeah, so I think I have 2 hours left in the book. Because I stayed up till, I think it was 1:30 listening to the book. It's so good. Oh, I love Harry so much. So, yeah. So my plans today is, oh, you already know, cruise ship. And finish this book. And yeah, see where the day takes me. I don't know if it's going to be crazy today. Usually it doesn't start until Wednesday, the craziness. But we have seen little trickles of Mother's Day. So, but yeah, tomorrow is when it really starts. So, if I don't stitch, I'm not going to come on and make a video. So, I'm pretty sure I'll see you tomorrow, though. It's just later in the week. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the next one. It is Wednesday. I had to take a second and try to figure that out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Not much stitching was done yesterday, but it's okay. Well, I mean, I guess I did a lot of it at work, so I felt like I didn't stitch much. But on Party Like It's 1776, I did 371 stitches. Oh no. Hold on. So I'm just gonna finish the clip sitting here because I don't know if I even told you what happened is my car tells me the pressure on my tires, and my one tire was at 18. So I had to call John real fast because he was going to the car wash and then going to work. So we could come here to get my tire aired up. And then he just checked both of our oils and we're both a quart down. So that's what he's doing now. So, yay. But anyways, I did 371 stitches. He got it all over his hand. Ugh. On Party Like It's 1776, and then I did 101 stitches on the cruise ship. And then me and John were watching OP Live, and when I got off from stitching, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and watch a couple more, clips with him, and then I fell asleep. This was like at 10 o'clock, I want to say. I think he let me sleep for like an hour and a half. Then we went to bed and got in the bedroom, and I was wide awake. and couldn't fall asleep until 5 o'clock this morning. So it's going to be a rough day. I don't think there's going to be much stitching, if any, today. So that's what's been going on. I mean, I do want to start the friends and family today. That's what I'm supposed to start. I had to cut the fabric still. But I don't see much happening. Unless I get like some boosted energy going on. Because right now I am like so freaking tired. So, yeah. So I will come on tomorrow and let you know what happened. Hello! It is Thursday. Okay. It is currently 7:18. I'm running a little behind today, but it's okay. I wanted to get in the shop early before anyone comes in and do my paperwork. So as long as I'm there by 7:30, I should be able to get it all done before at least the customers start coming in. So yesterday I started Friends and Family by Fox and Rabbit. I like saying the designer name. Fox and Rabbit. I did 500 stitches on it. I absolutely love this pattern. I love this pattern so much, it has me rethinking everything. Like, do I really want to get all those finishes done this year? When I can just work on whatever I want. Let me tell you, next year, I'm not putting a whole bunch of shit on my plate. Because I want the freedom to just stitch on what I want. I'm still going to do the temperatures. I love the temperature stitching. But next year, I'm not going to put all these finishes on me. I'm still going to, because I do like having all, but see, then it's going to be multiple pages, but that's fine. But, yeah, what was I trying to say? I do like marking them off once they're finished. That's fun. But I'm not going to say, I'm going to finish all of these. Or I would like to finish all of them. I know I'm not going to get to all of those finished. But I want at least half of them finished. And I know there's a good, I would say 10 of them that I can finish no problem. And a lot of them are the Christmas ones. So my nose is starting to tickle. So I feel like I'm gonna start sneezing. So the plan tonight, I was gonna work on Sandpiper. I don't know if I want to work on Sandpiper. I think I want to work on just something fun. Like maybe, oh, but it's iridescent. I was gonna say maybe Pokemon. Welcome. I don't know. You know what I should do? Okay, I gotta stitch on Tiny Thursday. Okay, and see, here I am not thinking that tomorrow is when the true madness starts. Excuse me, sorry. I have a tickle. Tomorrow I have to be to work at 5 o'clock. So, there is no staying up real late tonight or the next 3 days. So, you guys just jamming out. I love it. yeah, so I am going to put some stitches in Tiny Thursday. And then I think tomorrow is going to be the last clip. Oh, it is, because it's Friday. Oh my God. Okay. I'm tired. I'm not awake yet. Can you tell? And of course, I had all good intentions to go to bed early, but did that happen? No. At least I was in bed. But then, you know, ooh, that's a little scary. Do you see the car? Do you see the car? Oh my God. Oh good, you guys can see it too when I'm watching. Yeah. I don't even know if I should put the commitment on myself. No, I am going to work on it just a little. Now watch. I'll probably get home early today and then be able to put like 500 stitches in. But I am not allowed to put a book on tonight. What am I reading? Sweet Mercy. It's called the Empire series, Empire Nightclub series, something like that. And it's really good. It has my attention. So, yeah, there's really nothing else to talk about. I will see you guys tomorrow and let you know what happened tonight. Okay. Hello. And welcome back to the madness. It is Friday. Last clip of the week. Yay. Okay, so what a night, I'm telling you. First, I beat my record. Now, mind you, it was all one color. But I did 100 stitches in 18 minutes. 16 minutes, not 18, 16 minutes. I was super excited. Gosh, that is like, it's bulky. Let's see. Let's go this way and do this. Sorry, it's gonna be loud for a second. Yeah, so the best I ever did was 29 stitches in a minute. I mean, 20, oh my God, 100 stitches in 29 minutes. I'm telling you, this Lowry stand, I can't pronounce it right. What a freaking difference it makes. And I love that it's not hurting my wrist. It's taking the pressure off. So, last night was Tiny Thursday. So I worked on Sandpiper and I put 900. I thought it was my tire was low again, which let's look at that. Oh, it's at 38. I put 901 stitches. I don't know if I just said that. I was trying to rewind the tape in my brain and it wasn't rewinding. So I was able to move the hoop, and now the rest of the project is in the hoop, so I won't be having to move the hoop again. And I have 1,866 stitches left, so I figure that's just gonna stay on my Lowry stand, and that's the only thing I'm going to work on this weekend. I don't see me getting a lot of stitches in it, but you never know. You never know. I mean, if it's just 500 a night, then that's 1,500, which means that I would only have, what, 366 stitches. So I'm pretty confident I could get it done this weekend. Just depends on how late I have to work, basically, because I have to go to bed early. I want it to be in at 6, and it's 6:29 right now. So, you know, I was almost asleep last night and got the worst, well, not the worst, but a very bad phone call last night. It was from Jonathan, and he was, the only word I can use is wailing so hard for the first, like, minute, maybe even 2 minutes. I didn't know what was going on. All I kept telling him is just breathe. So finally he choked out. I mean, because he was trying to talk, but talking, and my kids in there talking, you can't understand them. So finally I got out the word Rocky, and I was like, oh no, Jonathan, did Rocky die? And he's like, yeah, and he was like crying, and oh my God, I felt so bad for him. So bad. So basically, now Rocky is, I think they've had the dog, I don't think it's been a year. I don't remember when. I want to say it was the fall when they got the dog. Or maybe the beginning of summer. I don't know. Anyways, it was their baby. Rocky was blind and had hip problems. He was just a very old dog, and they rescued him from a shelter. They knew what they were getting, and he was like a toddler. They had to swaddle him up in a blanket and hold him, and when he fell asleep, you know, sneak out so he wouldn't wake up. And they loved that dog. They were the best dog parents to that dog. So I guess last night, no, the night before, Rocky wouldn't let them sleep at all. All he did was, and he does this, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's this whiny cry. It's so loud. Because when they would come down, they would bring Rocky, and then when they would go away, we would have to try to console the dog who just wanted his parents that just left. So it was just, he was an angel. I mean, I loved Rocky too, but I mean, I don't have the patience they have. But I could, for, you know, a couple of hours, be patient with Rocky. But he said that Rocky wouldn't let him sleep the night before. And at one point, because I asked him, I said, where's Katie? And he said an hour away. So I think I stayed on the phone with him probably for about a half an hour. And then at some point, Katie called, and we were like on the phone, all three of us. We merged or something like that. Oh my God, Katie is like the best thing ever for Jonathan. her calming voice, what she was saying to him was just like calming him down. And so when I got the phone call, Jonathan said he was tangled up in his blankets. And I think once Jonathan like let his brain, you know, start to function, he realized that he was just in his blankets. And I told him, I said, Jonathan, he probably just passed away in his sleep. And he did it while you were at work. So, you know, it wouldn't be as heartbroken. I said, but, you know, your father had Pixie, who passed away at his feet, where she always slept. And we woke up. We got up and said, okay, Pixie, you want to go night-night? And Pixie didn't move. And we realized, oh my God, Pixie passed away. And we know that it was in like a 10-minute window because I was watching a football game and I was up jumping and stuff. So, we never knew. No noise, no nothing. She was just peaceful. And so Katie was like, remember this morning how he cuddled right up against you, just flopped on you? He was your person, you know? You were his person. So, yeah, it was hard last night. And it sucked being, you know, so far away I couldn't get to him. Katie was going to get to him faster than I could get to him. I'm 2 hours away. She was an hour away. So, that's why I didn't go to bed on time, which is perfectly fine. I would have stayed up till, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I can get through. Everybody's here. Yay. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be working on. I mean, I do know what I'm going to be working on. I just don't know how many stitches. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello! It is Monday. Okay, so listen. This weekend was so freaking busy. I forgot to even put the vlog together. So, yeah. Each night we were out delivering past 5 o'clock. Except for last night we got home. It was funny, me and John, once I got done, I called him and asked him where he was. And he was a mile behind me on the same street. And we were both heading home, which I thought was hilarious. And I think that was around 4 o'clock, 3:30. No, it was around 4 o'clock because I told Becca, it was probably like 3:45 because I told Becca for sure we'll be home by 4 o'clock. So, yeah, we did a lot of deliveries. It was crazy. It's over. Now we get to deal with the slow time of year. But that's okay. Because I decided I'm going to try it. Let's see how it goes. But I'm going to do Grubhub to make up the difference. Because I am not struggling through a summer like I struggled through a summer last year. It's ridiculous. I'm used to like 15 to 20 orders a day, and I was getting maybe 6. Yeah, that was not good. Becky was stressing. And then it would put me in depression. Then I didn't want to stitch. Yeah. So, that's not going to happen this year. Anywho, which I like about Grubhub. You can do it or you can't, or you don't do it, you know? It's not like I have to commit to 3 hours. Bam. Yeah, no stitching got done. So, tonight is Mill Hill. Ugh. I don't know if I want a Mill Hill. I might just work on that sandpiper. I really want to finish sandpiper this week. So, I think I'm going to give up on all my plans unless there's a new start. I don't know. I didn't do Planner Sunday. So, I don't know if we have a start scheduled or what. But I think I'm going to give up on everything except for that. I almost forgot to get my temperatures. I was talking to Teresa yesterday, and she was, you know, we were talking temperatures. Like, oh shit, I didn't screenshot yesterday. So I hurry up and screenshot, so.
In 1/4 mile,
I didn't miss
right
today.
on Grosse Pointe Boulevard.
Which, I mean, I could have just went on AccuWeather and got the temperatures, but. Where am I going? No, I'm not going here yet. Yeah, so that's basically the plan. Because I do want to stitch.
Turn right on Grosse Pointe Boulevard.
But I don't want to put any pressure on myself. So, giving myself the week to finish off 2,000 stitches, that's not pressure. That's just stitch when I want to stitch, and I know I'll get that goal done because I usually get
1 1/4 miles.
Anywhere to
Turn
3,000
right
to 4,000 stitches a week. So, and that's without even trying, really, you know. So, that's the plan. But I thought I'd come on here because I forgot to put it all together. One crazy story. Of course, our last one. So I had Katie Saturday. So, it was mine and Katie's last delivery of the day. We finally found the apartment building. She goes up there. The lady answers the door, confirms the address, and says, "No one by that name lives here." So then 2 hours later, after we're home, the lady calls us and says, no, she's been sitting in her living room all day long, and we must have went to the wrong apartment complex, the wrong building. And I described, because it was very unique, because she was the last building right next to the pool. So there's no misunderstanding that. I told her that's the building we went into. She said, well, maybe we were on the wrong floor. And Katie's like, nope, I was on the 3rd floor. And I said, okay, this is what's going to happen. Tomorrow, my son is going to be delivering to you. And right when he gets out of the car, I'm having him call you. So please answer your phone. I said, and then when, you know, he gets closer, you can just step out in your hallway. She goes, I don't have a hallway. I said, what? I said, so, and Katie's in the chair next to me. She's got 4 fingers, 4 doors. I said, okay, so you're on the top floor and there's 4 apartments there, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, okay, so when I'm calling a hallway, you're just going to step out your front door. She's like, oh, okay. So the next morning, Jonathan
Turn right
calls me and says, okay, I got delivered. She goes, that lady must have just been drunk last night, because it's the exact, because he was on the phone with Katie then and found out, no, that's the exact door that he went to. So that was one of our funnies. That people are freaking crazy. Let me tell you, they are crazy. One lady, we forgot her balloon. We said we were coming back, and she decided to leave. Even though she knew we were coming back with the balloon, so we just tied it to her door.
On the left.
We got a lot of frustrating ones. It's like, come on, lady. You knew we were coming back. You couldn't stay home. No, I felt like running to the grocery store. Okay, I'm at a house. I'll be right back. Okay, so, where was I? So, Saturday I had Katie, and for the first couple of hours, me and Katie just talked, and then for the rest of the day, okay, why is it so hot in here? The rest of the day, we listened to Hamilton. I love it. Loved it so much. The next day, me and Becca just listened to Hamilton. But it was funny on, you know what? There's a McDonald's up here. I need a Coke. I left the house without my cup, and I am like dying of thirst. So on Saturday, Katie called Jonathan. I think he was on break, and they were talking, and Katie said, "Did you cut your hair?" And Jonathan's like, "No, I still gotta cut my hair." And I was like, "Wait, what? Are you cutting your hair? Does this mean you're getting shaved?" He's like, "No, never again." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I think it was maybe 3 years ago now for his birthday. I forgot what it was, 100 or 50. I don't know what it was. He was doing a live stream, and if he got that many, that much donations, he was going to shave his head. And right when I heard that, I just paid the whole thing, so he would have to shave his head. So that was Saturday night. Saturday night, I came home. Me and Katie talked for a little, just hung out in the bedroom, in the living room, and then finally I was like, "Katie, do you mind if I just go to bed?" And she's like, "No problem." So I wasn't awake when Jonathan came home. So it's 4:30 in the morning. Jonathan's sleeping in the living room in the chair, and he had something on his head, and he woke up, he sat up, he threw whatever was on his head, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you shaved your head!" And so I think Jonathan shaved his head for Mother's Day for me. He never said it, but I think that's what he did. But he likes it this time, so there we go. I was trying to think of anything else that I forgot to say. But yeah, Hamilton, oh my God, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So, okay, now you're gonna have another clip and then it'll be over. Yeah, so it was a good weekend, and I don't know what, we must have it down packed now, because both days, Saturday and Sunday, we were loaded, routed, ready to go knock on doors, but had to wait an hour. It's like, we could have came in much later, but I didn't want to come in later because then we wouldn't have that hour where there was no one in the shop, just us, and we could do our shit without having to worry about people getting in our way, basically, you know? So, yeah, but it was a very good weekend. We're exhausted, hurting. Last night I came home, and
Moran Road.
Me and John met in the living room. I gave him a kiss. I said, "I am going in the bedroom to chill." I said, "You're more than welcome to come in, but I'm going in the bedroom and chill." I got in the bedroom. I was in my nice dark cave, and for 4 hours, all I did was watch TikTok videos. And then I came out, and I said to John, I said, "Are you hungry?" He's like, "I just made myself a bowl of soup."
Continue 1/2
I said,
mile
"Oh."
to the end of the
He goes, "Are you hungry?" I said, "I'm not hungry. but I'm hungry. And he's like, okay, what do you want? And so I ran to the back counter, the back pantry, and I said, you should know what I want. He didn't say anything. And I came up with mac and cheese. He said, okay. So then I texted Becca. I said, are you awake and are you hungry? Daddy's making me mac and cheese. Do you want half of it?
At the end of the street, turn
And
right.
she's like, nope, I'm still full from lunch. And I'm like, okay. The one thing
Turn right at the stop
about,
sign. Then take the third left.
sorry, a yawn just came out of nowhere. The one thing about working so hard is we usually don't eat lunch until like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then we don't eat dinner because we
Turn
just
right at
pass
the
out.
traffic light.
So we kind of have lunch, dinner, in one meal. Yeah, but I just wanted something, but I didn't want chips. But I want something carby, you know? So mac and cheese is what it was. And let me tell you, if we had any hot dogs, I would have chopped some hot dogs up and had it. Mac and cheese and hot dogs. That's one of my favorite throw together meal, you know? Oh. I can't stop yawning now. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Darn it. Here I am just doing what I want to do. We're just going to pull in here and...
When possible, make a U-turn.
Of course, there's a lady just... standing there.
When possible, make a U-turn. Then
Oh,
take
this
the
is what I'm
first
doing.
right.
I am making a U-turn. Now this lady's gonna stare at me like, you know, that's a private property. It's not. It's just a court. But we're privileged. Oh, she's not gonna give me a dirty look. Wow, that's amazing. I thought for sure I was gonna get a snobby look. Because we are in the Grosse Point and we are in the what is it called? Oh, I just saw it. I don't know. The building district, I think it said. I don't know if you could read that sign. Or historical, or we're in our nose has to be stuck up in the air to talk to you. District.
At the end of the street,
And what you'll
turn
notice is
left.
everyone walks. We'll be seeing a lot of dog walking too because it's a beautiful day. Or joggers on the lake.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have to do the loop-de-loop. Yeah, so that was basically our week. I forgot what I was saying when I took the wrong... when I wasn't listening to the GPS. I don't remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about dinner, and I think I was done with that. Right? Okay, I guess there's really... I'm gonna keep yawning. I think there's nothing else to really talk about. And now I'm just like filling space, which you have 6 clips. I don't need to be filling, well, 7 clips. I don't need to be filling, so I hope you all had a great Stitchy week. The only thing about a bonus video is then next week's, or this week's, is going to be one less video. So, yay, nay? I don't know. I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya! Hello! It is Friday. Yeah, it's been a week. So I didn't stitch all this weekend. And then Tuesday, right? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Okay, I had to get my bearings. At the end of the day, it was about 1 o'clock. Is that a mouse? That's wonderful. Really, it was a rat, but anyways, whew. 1 o'clock. I was coming back from Detroit. I was on the expressway, and all of a sudden, I got a sharp pain in my left side. And I was like, whew, that didn't feel good. And it just kept getting worse. When I got to the shop, I did my last 2 deliveries, and I came home, and I was sitting there, and I'm telling John, you know, I have this awful pain. And the next 2 hours, it just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, oh shit, I think I have a kidney stone. I said, but I didn't get the back pain like I usually do. And we're sitting there, and I sent him to the drugstore to get the medicine that I needed. And he comes back from the drugstore. I said, I did have the back pain. And he's like, yeah? I said, yeah, remember Sunday? He's like, oh yeah, you were in lots of pain with your back. I thought it was from the holiday, you know? So he went to work Wednesday and Thursday for me. Wednesday, I basically stayed in bed until like 2 o'clock. I couldn't move. I was in so much pain. Then I decided to get up and try to cross stitch. I put 500 and some, I think it was 35, I don't know, 500 and some odd stitches in the New Start, which was the wine delivery. And then yesterday, so Wednesday night, I went to bed like at 10 o'clock. I was just in so much pain. So I woke up yesterday at 7:30. I'm like, you know what? I'm not sitting here. I'm just going to get up, take my shower, and then I'm going to go cross stitch. Because at least when I was cross stitching, it was like taking my mind off of it a little bit. And me and Danielle were watching watching YouTube with the people reading out the gosh, I think it's the tweets, right, of the P. Diddy trial. What is going on? We were watching a couple of different people yesterday. So I really like Pascal though. Oh, I gotta get the air going in here. Sorry, I'm like not awake yet. So this traffic, I can't with this traffic today. I feel claustrophobic, I don't know why. I can't see. So yesterday I worked on my Tiny Thursday, which is sandpiper. I was like, I wonder what a sandpiper is. I was thinking it was the birds that was on the piece, and that's what it was. But I'm like, just making sure, you know. So I Googled that. I'm like, oh, they are kind of cute little birds. Okay, now I can get out of, I can see now. Which, is it safe to get into that lane? I don't know. So anyways, I did over 1,000 stitches on that. And my goal was to get, I think it was 753 stitches. by noon. That was all the sand. Well, I got that by 1 o'clock. And then not long after there, I had to like put it down for a while because I was starting to get into, it was moving big time. So I chilled for most of the night, and then I think I stitched for a couple more hours at the end of the night. Yeah, but it's been a hard week, man. Let me tell you. I hate freaking kidney stones, and I knew it. Because I've been drinking Coke. I told John, no more Coke. No more. You cannot let me drink Coke. Do not bring Coke into this house. Because every time I start drinking lots of Coke, I get kidney stones. And it's not worth it. And then having to deal with the headaches from not having caffeine. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm good today. I'm just tender. But I'm not in pain. So that's good. This plans this weekend. Well, I don't think you're going to get a floss tube. Because, well, I can tell you right now, you're not getting a floss tube. There's nothing to show you, really. So I have the screenshot for the temperatures. So I gotta do my temperatures from last week. And then tomorrow I do my temperatures for this week. And I think I'm just going, I already know what I'm gonna work on. This weekend is only gonna be type chart. I am so far behind. I just need to just work on that. What is today's date? The 16th? Okay, so I don't have to do the round robin this weekend. I'll do it next weekend. So yeah, just a type chart. That's all I'm going to work on. Well, maybe something else. Because the type chart's in the bedroom. I don't know. I don't know if I want to move it in the living room. I could do the type chart. Oh, you know what? This is the perfect weekend because this weekend I'm not in Zoom. So, I'll do the type chart in my bedroom and just listen to books. Maybe I can knock out 3 books this weekend. That'd be cool. I have so many books that I want to read. So I think that's going to be the plan. No Zoom, books, and type chart. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, well, I have nothing else to say. This is already going to be a freaking long one anyway, so I'm going to get off of here. I hope you have a great Stitchy weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.